going everyone AFC Finners? We have come here to Wiltshire for Westbury Town against Yate Town, and it is our first FA Cup game of the season. This is the first qualifying round. Long journey, rainy day, but it's going to be good fun, and they seem to have got Rasmus Joydens putting the corner flags out at this ground. It should be a fun day. He'll be joined by a friend of ours. The ground looks alright, shame about the weather, but a bit of a long journey from Cheltenham. It should be a good day. I've got my lovely Senegal shirt on. We've just gone for a nice lunch in town centre. It's okay around here, nice people. Let's hope the weather improves a little bit. How are you doing, Tomaldo?
Meadow Lane.
That's quite cool. What we got here then? Some legends, sponsors. Unique, I like this. How are you doing, Tomaldo?
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. He's hung over on mojitos today, isn't he? Oh, sorry, Guinness. We found it. The famous White Horse. 1923 FA Cup final.
I've been there once, yeah. I've been there Golden, yeah. Weirdly, when we went, they played Hartlepool University, but this is for Hartlepool University was good. Oh, right, yeah. I don't remember Hartlepool because they...
So the FA Cup's about to begin, but before it does, let's find out a bit about today's hosts, Westbury United.
Westbury United were founded in 1920 as an amalgamation of two local sides. They had great success in the 1930s, reaching the first round of the FA Cup and also moving to their current home. They moved to Western League in 1984 and went on to gain promotion to Premier Division in 1991. They made improvements to the ground in recent seasons and they won the Western Football League Division 1 in 2018. They are now in the Southern League Division 1 South and look to continue their strong ties to the local community and enhance their reputation as a family club. Overall, they've won 2 Western Football League Division 1 titles, 1 Wiltshire Premier Shield and 4 Wiltshire FA Senior Cups. And a bit of trivia, during their golden era in the 1930s, Westbury striker Bill Butler scored over 80 goals in a single season, and this also included 30 goals in a single month. So those are our hosts, Westbury United. Let's have a look inside their home, Meadow Lane.
Only 7 minutes in, Westbury have got a penalty. Player was ripped down in the box, chance them to go 1-0 up. 2 games in a row, 2 penalties. We've got a game on our hands here. Yate had a free kick on the edge of the box, curled it neatly into the bottom corner. Game on, 1-1. Mystic Tom strikes again! And Westbury are back in front. The ball's bounced on the edge of the box and one of the Westbury players has volleyed it in. What a goal. It's certainly a good FA Cup tie on today. 2-1, still in the first half.
Westbury with a 2-1 lead. I've had on very good authority that Aaron Mitchell, our number 10, knocked in probably the best goal in his first qualifying round of the FA Cup this weekend.
Half time and Westbury do lead. It's been a really classic cup tie, both teams really up for it. Good contest, hopefully Westbury can see it in the second half. We'll have to see. Half time, 2-1. Been a kick to the head. Tom's got his cards out. Towards the end of the game and Yates do equalise. It's one of the few things to note that's happened this second half. It's a shame because Westbury were through on goal just now, but the keeper saved it. Yate go down the other end and make it 2-2. To a replay, it looks like we go. So, soaked in the rain, but we've had a really nice day. Got to see our friend Dale, haven't seen him for a while, that was really good fun. Good to start the FA Cup season. It's FA Cup Classic, 2-2 in the rain, but a nice club and shame I couldn't get over the line, but wish them all the best in the replay. Gonna drive home now. Hopefully this drive isn't too bad. Get the late kick-off on the radio. You alright, Tom?
Bit wet.
Look at him, he's soaked. Get ready for this weather in Estonia.
Wow.
Get a nice Mac. Right. Time to head home and also time to rate the experience.
So we will start off with the welcome, and it was pretty solid overall. Very friendly people, and it's very clear that it's a club that engages a lot of the local community. You could see a lot of kids who were there who were clearly part of the youth teams in Westbury shirts, and in researching the club they do a lot to make sure like getting kids partaking in football, and there's a like history of like people passing down involvements of Westbury United through generations. So club that size, it's not easy to like keep up that loyalty, but they definitely do that. And it was really pleasant. Like, people were friendly in the club bar, fans were nice, and I think the stadium announcer added a lot. He really had a strong personality. Like, he was giving a lot of information, and like I like the fact that over the announcement for a second goal, he sort of like said, to be honest, I didn't see who scored it. It just, and like everyone laughed. It was like just really down to earth and engaged with it, and it just made you feel like you were really part of something. So it's a really nice club, really well set up, and people there happy to help, and you know, very easy to like socialise. The way that they've named stands after club legends as well. They're definitely proud of their history in the nicest way possible. Going around Westbury, like town centre itself, I didn't see too much to write home about. So it feels like the football club is very much something that can get people out and about and socialising. So pretty solid welcome overall. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. Stadium, I think the key thing about it is the fact that a lot of people are going to be drawn to seeing that white horse, and I think they've done a really good job of making sure it's visible. It was a really good view, and you get some really good shots of it, so that's really well thought out. I think some of the stands were a bit misplaced. I think where one of them was, there was a massive gap between the pitch and the stands, which I felt was a bit awkward. You didn't need a gap that big. You could have got them a bit close to the stands. I think it could have been where we were for most of the game. You could have done with a stand on the right. Instead, you just had those sort of benches, which were no good in this weather because they just got wet. You really could have done with just one more place to get people covered from the rain. But it was, you know, you could easily walk around the grounds, go where you wanted. I just think maybe a bit of improvement needs to be done to club bar. It was a nice club bar, but very thin and got a bit tight. It was the same with the stands, like not too much space. And when the weather's like that, it was difficult to get a bit of cover. But I think inside the club bar, like the identity was well set up, and lots of things had like a good lick of paint. I just think there's a bit of work, and it's like, I think the way they've used the trees to sort of cut it off from the outside world is quite good. The only thing is at the back, there was sort of an area where you just had loads of people's back gardens, and they had to put loads of signs saying, do not enter this back garden. I think could have done a bit of work there, maybe just have like a bigger fence separating them. I know there's a bit of non-league charm to it, but I don't like it when someone's back garden is directly connected to the ground. I think you need that bit of separation. But the car park was really good, really like easy to get in, and a long area you could park your car in, so easy to get in and out of the ground straight away. And it's in a good area, like you can go for lunch and then get to the ground easily. It's just in the middle of a street, so easy to get to. So I think there's a bit of work that needs to be done. The ground's maybe a bit mishmash, got a bit inconsistent with the stands. I think you just need something on the other side. But I think that they know that the white horse is a key thing that people want to see, and I think they thought that out quite well. So a bit of work to be done on the ground, but I think still some really good areas. I'll give it 5 out of 10. Food and drink options in the bar were fine. You had plenty of things available. The only thing I would say, I didn't get any of the foods, but it was difficult to spot that there was actually a food stall. It was sort of tucked away behind one of the stands and not in a very convenient location. I think it should have been more obvious where it was, perhaps have some more signage or something, because it was a bit out of the way and you didn't spot where it was until late. And I wasn't even sure they were doing food until I finally spotted it. So I think could do with a bit of work on that. Drink options are perfectly fine. What was available, just had the straightforward options. But yeah, I think it could have done with being a bit more obvious where the food options were. So it's hard to rate food and drink when I haven't had any, but I think based on what's seen, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. And finally, value for money. The drinks I got were £1.80 each, which I'm absolutely fine with. But to get in, I had to pay a combined total of 14 quid. You know, for a ticket in the programme. I don't entirely approve of that. I appreciate FA Cup ties, big game, but should be a bit cheaper than that for the level we're playing at. But I think if the money is reinvested into like working with the local community and down the line you do see improvements to the stadium, I'm a bit more happy to pay that. But yeah, I think it could have been a couple of quid less, but positive experience nonetheless. I'll probably give the value for money 6 out of 10. So that was Westbury United. Really nice to start the FA Cup season, and nice to see our friend Dale. Thank you to Maldo for joining me. Another ground ticked off, and hopefully we'll do many more in this FA Cup season. If you'd like to support days out like this, you can check out my link in the Patreon below. Support the channel for as little as £1 a month. Thank you all for watching. I've been AFC Finners. See you next time and stick with us as we go ground to ground. AFC Finners out.